Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero here with another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. That's right, special video here for you today. I decided that we'd go through and we'd cover the Ladder Wars for December 2014. Now, this is the first time that Ladder Wars has made a return since the June or July Ladder Wars in 2014. So it's been about 6 months and we haven't had Ladder Wars. Obviously, the reason behind that is that the Games By server shut down and the Revora server still took a while to get the ladder implemented. So the Ladder Wars was on. I thought, hey, what the hell, let's jump on. I was there. It was about 3:30 in the morning for me, so I was pretty much there just to rustle up Toxic Shock, but I was too tired, so I just went and slept. Not that these players probably would let me cast because Master Leaf's in here. You know how Master Leaf is, with his lag. Apparently there's lag everywhere, I don't know. It's just his like go-to excuse. But anyway, we have the Ladder Wars here for you today. And of course it's going to be Master Leaf and Unleashed UA playing in the first semi-final, and Wookabert and Dirty Dutch playing in the second semi-final. So those are two best of threes, and the winners play in the grand final, which is also a best of three. So you should really all know that already. That's how Ladder Wars works. Very short and sharp. So there's going to be between 6 to 9 games played in this series. I'll be covering every single game from this short tournament here, just because I thought we'd jump in and see how it went. Got some good players, of course. No Bike Rush, of course. Bike Rush, if you have been looking at game replays, has apparently retired. We'll probably talk about that in another video, but we'll leave that for the time being because there's a lot to go through, and this video could be a 2-part video depending on how long the games are and how many games there are. So check out for part number 2 if that does get made. I haven't seen the games yet, so I'm very excited. So Master Leaf will be playing Unleashed UA in semi-final 1, Wookabert versus Dutch in semi-final 2, best of threes. We're going to jump in. Also, another note on Ladder Wars. I really thought that game replays might turn the Ladder Wars series around, maybe vamp it up, maybe include more players, make it an 8-player tournament instead of 4-player tournament, make some kind of progression, whereas players who participate in Ladder Wars earn points, and after 6 months there's a really big invite-only tournament with maybe some kind of prize. But anyway, we'll leave that up to them. They have included 1.02 plus, so that's a massive change. That is a really big step in the right direction. And of course, in prime time, you get 100 plus players on the servers. But again, 1.02 plus, that's why I'm casting. I'm looking forward to it. I've talked enough. We'll jump into the game here. We're going to be doing Master Leaf versus Unleashed. First up, stay tuned to my channel. Got all the games coming up right now. Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero here with the Ladder Wars for December 2014. That's right, we're going to go through these games and check it out. And of course, you can see straight away Cyber was casting these. I'm pretty sure he live streamed them. So if you want to check out his stream, he's got his version as well. Again, he obviously wouldn't have covered the other semi-final because they've been playing at the same time. So that's going to be some good footage for us. But Cyber appears to have covered this game. And of course, he should have covered the grand final as well. So if you want to check out his stream, head on over to his channel. I'm sure he will upload it to his YouTube channel as well. But it'll definitely be on his Twitch. But yeah, we are going to jump into this game here. This is game number 1. We're on Smash Dust Bowl. This is semi-final A, semi-final number 1 versus Master Leaf and Unleashed UA. And I didn't even check the factions. Unleashed is going to be, he's going to be a screen faction. Now they're both selected random as their factions here. So he is going to be Reaper 17 versus Master Leaf, who is going to be always screen vanilla. Luckily he was not Traveler then, because everyone knows that Traveler versus Reaper, Reaper does have a hard time. Yeah, they got great tanks, great armor and everything like that, but the mind control of Traveler 59 is literally killer. It is killer. I mean, cultists, they've got nothing that can catch those cultists. They've got to rely on that clutch buzzer swarm, but that's a one-time only kind of thing. And yeah, cultists can just take dev tanks, they can take tripods, and it forces the Reaper player to play with lots of Seeker tanks and Shard Walkers, which can work if they're fully upgraded. They're very powerful, but you got to get the jump on them, you got to play good. And this is nice work here, I guess from both players there. Unleashed not losing a scout, but Master Leaf putting his buzzers in a position where they're not going to let the enemy buzzer through, because of course these are melee units, so if they find a gap, they can get through. Now, Unleashed does have 2 Disintegrator squads here. Now, this might be to throw Master Leaf off the scent here. He might think, hang on a second, I'm getting Disintegrator rushed. Master Leaf, oh yeah, I think he might have seen it because he does have vision up there, so he obviously lost a scout, so he might think he's up against Traveler 59. This is a really good deception move here from Unleashed UA, but no, he's sending the Disintegrator squads across the map because he knows he's not going to do any damage to Master Leaf's base. And Master Leaf, is he keeping a Buzzer Swarm? No, he's not keeping a Buzzer Hive queue. He has got 2 Buzzer Swarms at home, so obviously he does think it's Traveler 59, but he hasn't fully committed, which is really interesting. That was a good read by Master Leaf there. Very good read indeed. And of course, Master Leaf yet to win a Ladder Wars. Probably should have pointed that out. I mean, It's been what he's been trying for like the last 2.5 years. I think he's been featured in the most amount of ladder wars outside of Onion and Bite Crush, and still does not have a victory there. So, I mean, it's purely for namesake there. I think he's been beaten by pretty much every player under the sun as well. Probably more than 20 attempts at a ladder wars win here. So, he's probably not going to enjoy me pointing that out, but I'm definitely enjoying pointing it out. So, I'm going to do that. Battle marker up here. These guys just scouting each other out. Of course, Reaper 17 and Scrin both get that stasis chamber, so we've seen some nasty strategies in the past where Scrin players who fast tech end up getting their nerve center stasis, and it cancels their tech center, putting them so far back on their opponent, allowing them to get their units faster, their mechas faster. But of course, you know, you got Coldest again, so mechas, while they're good against Coldest, you got to kill them really quickly. Unleashed, of course, is taking Blue Tiberium. Masterleaf has nothing, absolutely nothing to stop that at all. He doesn't even realize it's being taken, so he's got his Warp Sphere out, he's got a Gunwalker coming around, he's just going to eco here. I thought he would have done something tricky. I mean, it's a Scrin mirror. I mean, he must know that Unleash is Reaper now. Yeah, there's a Shard Walker, and he would have seen their shielded tripods. Not tripods, sorry, shielded harvesters. Masterleaf, you might want to not set on hold fire stance because it's not actually shooting at anything. So there we go. Obviously, I accidentally set his Warp Sphere to hold ground stance or hold fire stance or something like that, because the Gunwalker didn't seem to want to have a bar of that at all, didn't shoot at all. But Masterleaf, maybe he's a little bit on edge. We know that Masterleaf in the last couple of tournaments has been getting extremely nervous. That's what he's been saying anyway, and he's been dropping a lot of games, getting knocked out well before the final series starts. So he'll be looking to make up for that. Of course, there will be some more tournaments coming out as well. Again, the prime time for Kane's Wrath is hitting around about 100 players. So again, we're still very much there. But this one Shard Walker coming out, and again, very cool and chilled game, just like it is here. I mean, it is about 40 degrees outside, so I've got the aircon going, and I've got my chilled drink here with my ice cubes. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Dev Tank's coming out now by Masterleaf, probably just a safety precaution, just to keep himself safe. Making sure he's charging those up, and stasis comes down, so Unleash gets the stasis off, and that would have cancelled Masterleaf's tech center if he was building one. Of course, I don't know if he was actually building one, but that's what he's trying to do. He's also knocked off the refinery there, so he's delaying Masterleaf's economy. Of course, that support power, like Bite Crush says, is basically like a super weapon. The cooldown is ridiculous on that thing. I mean, if you use that now, you're not using it again till late game. Mechas are out, so Unleashed has done what I thought Masterleaf would do, and he's going to get a second Seeker Tank. Dev Tank's, of course, really good against mechas if you could fire on the head, but that mecha is going to just get out of there. Battle markers over here. It's just Unleashed. Sorry, no, it's Masterleaf. Sorry, scouting out Unleashed base. Masterleaf might actually lose this upgraded power plant. He's being forced to pour a lot of dollars into that to repair it. So, I mean, Unleash is cool with that. Even if he doesn't destroy it, he's paying a lot of money to actually repair that structure. And he will be cleaning up this scouting unit here by Masterleaf. Does not get, or he's not going to get that structure. Unfortunately, that repair tool just a little bit too good for the lightning spike. Would have killed it in due time, but the dev tank has cleaned it up. So Masterleaf now building more dev tanks because, let's face it, he's got no tech center, so that's basically the best unit he can build at the moment in a Scrin mirror. Oh, he does actually snipe down a Mechapede, so that's nice work there. Didn't actually see that. Unleash, of course, taking all the blue tip. He's got a lot of mecha heads here. He needs to start growing. That mecha is pretty badly damaged, I think. Yeah, he might be pulling that one back to base. Again, once the dev tanks lose their charge, the mechas probably can just rush in and kill them. He's got a lot of Mechapedes here. He does use the lightning spike, but that might have just been to draw fire. He immediately snipes down one of them. He might be able to get a second one. He's got no charge left. No, he's not going to get a second mecha by the looks of things, unless Unleash... Oh, he does get a second mecha. Unleash does not target that too well, but he does get it. There's three more dev tanks here. Another mecha probably going to get sniped. Yes, he does get it. Nice target firing there from Masterleaf there. Of course, to kill those off. Might want to maybe get some disintegrator squads or something to stop those pesky dev tanks from doing damage. But oh, you could get a tripod out. Again, he is Reaper. He's actually going for maybe Storm Riders by the looks of things. Just one gravity stabilizer Storm Rider. Few mechas are back here now. The Harvesters are now under attack. There's 3 dev tanks here. There's 4 dev tanks. They are running out of charge. This one here's got quite a bit. More mecha heads going down now. But looks like he's bringing more mechas back. And yeah, Masterleaf is just fine with killing these mechas. He's got so many mechas now. He's got about maybe 5 or 6 mechas in this game so far. And that's really going to push Unleash back. It's going to allow Masterleaf the time he needs to recover. Again, Masterleaf forcing Unleash to draw these harvesters all over the place. So a Scrin mirror, very technical fight, of course. This Storm Rider will finish off a few of those guys here. The Storm Rider and the Storm Column will do the rest of the job there. So Unleash probably taking a little bit too much damage for his liking. Now Masterleaf has mechas out. He's got 5 of them here, and he's probably going to be building more of those. He's got a lot of harvesters running around doing something here. He might want to just get those guys back onto that field. Maybe he's trying to go for blue tip. I'm not entirely sure. There's not really any blue tip there. Mechas are here. They do have disc segments, so he might just want to kill that dev tank and get out of there. And yet, Storm Riders are actually pretty good if you've got, like, you know, eight of them, not just one field, to target down the mecha heads, because they do cannon damage. But there's a tripod here, and he should be able to... No, not quite. I mean, that's the thing. He's not up against Travel 59, so he can go for these very good tripods. This one tripod might get overwhelmed. Unleash is not targeting the head down. And again, you can see how many mechas. He does phase it. He does phase the tripod, and he's got these mechas here firing. But Master Leaf is just so good with these mecha versus mecha fights. Even if I've got like twice as many, I just still can't beat it for some reason. He just insta-snipes mine so much faster. More tripods coming out. Needs to charge those ones up. The mechas are here, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a standoff. And of course, now Master Leaf is keeping Unleashed boxed up in his base. This tripod needs to target the head, but it does not have any charge, and one mecha for one mecha over here, and it's going to get really messy. It's really hard to target because the mechas are just all over the place. Storm Riders are coming in now. The tripod does fall. It does fall again. There's a lot of disc mecha here as well, so that's not going to work in Master Leaf's favor too much, but he does get, or does clean up all of the mechas here, and even the Storm Riders getting cleaned up. There's a veteran mecha Pete here. There's still 5 mechas, and they'll be moving through to this base here. Does he have a storm column? He almost has a storm column. There's 2 tripods coming. Both of them have charge. That one's got a little bit of charge. And we have the storm column here, the lightning spike, probably the draw fire, but Unleash needs to target down the head. He's not doing any target firing here, and he does put down a storm column now, so he should be able to clean up these mechas, getting a lot of kills there. That one tripod still not going down. The 2 mechas will be trying to escape, and yeah, he does put down the portal, expecting that tripod to fall, but it does not fall. Meanwhile, he's getting chewed up a little bit, trying to pull the harvester off the line. That's good work, but it's not going to save it, unfortunately. He needs to get some tripods over there now. There's a tripod moving down there, but it doesn't have any charge, so it's not going to be particularly powerful. But yeah, Unleashed UA. A little bit disappointed with the lack of target firing on the heads of the mechas there. He had tripods within range for quite some time. They were just fighting the segments, which doesn't really do too much. And again, he's firing. He might be firing ahead. Yeah, I think he is trying to fire at the head now. And he just got another veteran Mechapod. Megapede there. These upgraded power plants getting shot up, but he will not be losing any of those. Master Leaf getting out of there. And the whole time, Master Leaf, of course, has just been building up his economy. It's interesting that he did get force field generators, because at the end of the day, his tripods just aren't as good as what Unleashed are, because Unleashed has the crazy damage output, and of course his shields are much cheaper as well. They're half price, and of course that's going to benefit him. Of course, if Master Leaf does get a lot of tripods out, of course it won't matter too much. I'm saying of course too much now. Someone's probably going to point that out in the video description, because someone always does. But these 2 mechas, it looks like Master Leaf has stopped building mechas now. So he's content with what he's got. There is a Storm Rider here. It's purely just for scouting purposes, just to see what's going on. Of course, Reaper 17, no Mastermind or Prodigy, and no Wormhole ability, so they're really drawn back there. And yeah, it looks like Master Leaf is going to try to outbuild Unleashed in terms of tripods, but he is getting Shock Troopers as well, which I guess are not too bad. I mean, they are Scrin Vanilla Shock Troopers, so they're pretty much on par with the Reaper Shock Troopers. And Mechapede's getting shot up by another Storm Column, of course. These Storm Columns, they're $3 each, and he's built about 3 or 4 of them throughout the game. I'm not sure if he's sold any often. He's still got that one and still got that one as well, so that's $9 in static defenses. That's another 3 tripods Unleashed could have right now. He's going to get attacked as well. There's actually 3 tripods here. He needs to bring all of his tripods together, and he's actually got quite a few. 2 of them are charged, 3 are charged, so that's going to have to be enough. I don't think he has time to charge anymore, but there's a few Shard Walkers here, some of them even infused with buzzers, and those Shock Troopers aren't going to be enjoying that. Stasis comes down, and yeah, Unleashed needs to retreat right now. He needs to get behind the Stasis, because Master Leaf's going to run into this, and then of course the Stasis will wear off, and he'll be okay. Another tripod comes out with repairs on the War Factory as well. He's going to try to take down the War Factory. Mecha's coming in. He should be able to snipe that down straight away. The Mecha does actually bug into the Stasis. That does happen sometimes. The Warp Sphere does go down, so Master Leaf does get that kill. He does knock out the power as well. There's 2 upgraded power plants go down, and all of a sudden Unleashed has all sorts of trouble here. He's got Shock Troopers. There are Shock Troopers everywhere. His tripods are getting torn to pieces now. He's in a lot of trouble now. He needs to get his power back up and running, but another upgraded power plant is about to fall. Oh no, Master Leaf is really pushing. He's making these Shock Troopers work. He has fully upgraded Shock Troopers now with the teleportation ability. Unleashed, we can see on the radar that he does have his 3rd base established, but he just had to sell his technology center then, and he's going to have to sell his tier 2, which puts him down to tier 1. He's only really going to be able to build shard launchers against this, and he might have to just start spamming out disintegrator squads if he can clean up the buzzers. Yeah, he's already trying to do so. Those Ravager squads from the sold off operation center, sorry, not operation center, tech center, will be retreating as well. Needs everything he can get here, but Master Leaf is pushing, and Unleashed does have 2 tripods left. He does have conversion reserves, which is really good. A lot of players not getting that. It is actually ridiculously powerful, but the Reaper tripods have not charged up their beam. They're in a little bit of a situation here, and there's more tripods coming in. I think Masterleaf has just got too much here. Unleashed needs a little bit more time, and I don't think he has the time. I think he's got the money, but he doesn't have the time, and there's a lot of scrim units here now, and the shock troopers, he needs some buzzers to kill those right now, and Masterleaf is just coming in, and he's going to start targeting down the drone platform, actually starting to teleport randomly to split all of his shock troopers up. He's got an elite shock trooper squad there. That's nice. That is very nice, but the drone platform falls, both the tripods are down, and he's only down to 1 portal now, and Unleashed UA, realizing that there's just 1 portal there, is going to have to throw up the GG. So wow, that was an interesting game there by Masterleaf. He was on the back foot for quite some time, then turned it around, but yeah, Unleashed, I felt that he could have probably had that game a little bit better. He just needed a target fire. If he target fired, he would have been fine, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to do so, and Masterleaf, you can see there, getting ahead in the economy. 12.5 minutes in that game there, so not terribly long, kind of just got into that late game area. I guess late game's more than 15-20 minutes, but you know how it goes. Unleashed to get blue tip, but again, just fell there. He got attacked. Those few dev tanks, he just had real trouble with that, and that really allowed Masterleaf to really take control. And the shock troopers was pretty cool as well. Actually, a lot of units there, so I'm not sure what was going on there. Obviously, that's when they were trying to build out the shard the mechapedes and things like that. So that's probably what that is. But anyway, 12.5 minutes. Favorite unit shock trooper for Masterleaf. Disintegrator for Unleashed UA, 118,000, 136,000. So again, Masterleaf taking over the economy powerhouse, but only in the last, say, like 2 minutes of the game, and Unleashed was ahead, so it won't make too much of a difference. But Masterleaf is 1-0 up in this best of 3 series. Unleashed needs to win the next one, otherwise he is out of Ladder Wars for December 2014. Stay tuned to game number 2 coming up right now. Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero here with game number 2 between Unleashed UA and Masterleaf, and this game has taken a turn because both these players have selected Black Hand as their faction, so surprise, surprise, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but we are on Torment Rift. Of course, Cybit was live casting, like I said before. Masterleaf is 1 game up, so Unleashed must win this game to stay in the Ladder Wars for December 2014. Again, 1.02 plus, always good to see 1.02 plus. And again, on the right-hand side, we're going to have Unleashed UA, like I said before, Black Hand mirror, so he is definitely going to be Black Hand. I'll be quite surprised if he drafts nod units right now, but no, he's definitely Black Hand, and he's got 1 unit out. He's going for 2 engineers. Is he going for a 3rd? No, he's not going for a 3rd engineer, just content with 2. I mean, he knows he's against Masterleaf, who is also Black Hand, and Masterleaf probably chose Black Hand just to screw with Unleashed, knowing that Unleashed probably would want to get both the bottom spikes. But he doesn't know if he can now, because of course Leaf can get flame upgrade if he wants to. But Masterleaf just went for 2. He just went for 2 Confessor, so 1 down the middle and 1 down to the south spikes. But Unleashed should have no problems at all securing. Wow, far out. He just left that engineer. He is tripping right there. He's just sent that, and oh no, running over the blue tip is not good. That will cause him to lose a fight with those guys. But yeah, he's content. I guess he realizes he's against Black Hand, so he feels that he can do it. And hallucinogenic grenades being thrown there, that is an exploit. So Masterleaf just used an exploit there to long-range hallucinogenic grenades. So unfortunately there, Unleashed is not going to be too thrilled with that. Masterleaf's still content with doing things like that. He still actually lost that fight, but he did kill 1 and a bit Cabal squad. So it's unfortunate there that an exploit was used. You can of course get max range out of those hallucinogenic grenades, throw them from like 10 years away. But yeah, nonetheless, he's got a buggy out as well, and he will be moving through here. Obviously, he's not disqualified for that, because we would not be watching this replay. But yeah, that's something I think they should definitely ban, being able to kill units from well outside your range. Again, what do you guys think? I mean, it should be straight open and shut. That's not cool. But there's actually bikes here. I'm just paying attention too much to the exploits here, but Leaf is actually going to get punished by these bikes. He has nothing. He has absolutely nothing. He's forced to sell a power plant here, and Unleashed should be able to get, he needs to keep chasing that around the power plant, yeah, and he's going to get shot up. Oh, he changed his targets. I'm not sure why he did that, but he should still be able to get that. A little bit clumsy, but he should still be able to get the harvester kill. And he's making it difficult, but he does get it, and he will get out of there. He might lose a bike. Yeah, he loses 1 bike. There's actually Cabals there from Unleashed as well. So Masterleaf lost a harvester, and he's down a power plant as well. Battle marker over here. No, it's just that buggy, so nothing serious. We got some harvesters here. Nice micro there from Unleashed to pull the 2nd harvester back to the now powered up refinery, just to maximize his income. Now he's really cranking Tiberium, and he should be okay. Another bike. Yeah, he does have another bike here, but yeah, he's forced to turn around and fight. almost killing one of Masterleaf's bikes. A Scorpion Tank comes out now, and he will be drafting, so that's going to be the end of these bikes. They're not going to be able to fight what Unleashed has here. One Scorpion Tank, that's going to be enough for him. I think he might be going for a second one. Yeah, second one, just to play it safe, I guess. Meanwhile, Masterleaf is expanding to the south. He does have his MCV already moved down there. Now, he's going to need some more power plants soon, but he's trying to get out some more harvests. He really has no units to speak of aside from this one attack bike. Battle market down there. He's still got that buggy just to keep eyes on what Unleashed is doing, but of course, Unleashed is going to want to clean that up. And he's going to be like, well, no, you're not allowed to see what I'm doing, and drives right by that bike. The bike should be able to finish it off, yeah, especially getting rear armor as well. Oh, not quite, so one more shot, and he should be able to take that down. Not going to get the bike, unfortunately. Buggies are pretty weak when it comes to killing vehicles. Second War Factory is down by Unleashed. He's got 5 and 2. He is going to double War Factory Masterleaf right now, and he's not selling his MCV, so he's content with what he's doing right now, which is fine. He's going to stop Masterleaf from getting that garrison, which is important as well. Masterleaf now has no vision. He has no vision on what Unleashed is doing, and this is massive. This is massive because it's going to allow Unleashed to really pick and choose where he wants to engage. That one attack bike is moving down the center. He really needs to see what Unleashed is doing. He's not going to see the second War Factory because these bikes are going to cut him off. And that is not good for him. He needs to know, is it a double War Factory or is it not? He cannot see the second War Factory. He can't even see the first one, really. Although he should know it's there. But he is going for, we did see the secret shrine, so he is going for the flame upgrade on his infantry, drafting out these guys. Always important to have the Cabals with the rocket squads. And there is a buggy here just camping this portal, or this barracks, sorry, and he will actually get a second squad as well. I don't really think Masterleaf should be really continuing to build units there. He is going to continue to build them though, and he will overwhelm that buggy pretty quickly. Of course, Unleashed does hold a spike down there. Masterleaf could actually move to the following garrison now, but he's obviously busy doing something else. He's going to be up against a lot of buggy. These Scorpion Tanks, I'm not sure where they're going. They're just going straight into the meat grinder here, and they do get a little bit of crush off, but they are pretty much dispatched quite quickly. And of course, these bikes, there's a lot of bikes coming in, and I'm not sure if Unleashed wants to engage now, and yeah, he decides no, there's fully upgraded infantry here. I'm not sure why that move order was given out. All these units are now moving straight down. Actually, he's going to go straight for these harvesters there. Oh, they're stacking up. The harvesters were stacking up. He should be able to get 2 kills, forces to sell on the War Factory. There's a lot of shooting going on here now, and he's actually switched his targets onto a different harvester, which is not good. Unleashed, not focus firing there, and he isn't even going to get a second harvester. Wow, that went actually really good for Masterleaf, though. Very good for him indeed. So he killed a lot of buggy. Then battle mark is raging down there. There's a few more buggies coming through. Unleashed, of course, knows he's up against mass infantry, but yeah, pulled some harvesters off the line. They're very badly damaged. These buggies might be able to kill that harvester. There's enough of them there, but they actually will kill these infantry squads while they're down, while there aren't too many. And there's bikes coming in as well, and Unleashed should be able to finish off that harvester. Nice work there. The buggies are firing at all these units now, and of course they can take a lot of rocket damage. They're not really doing too much to these infantry units here. Will he get another harvester? No, not quite. More buggies coming in now. And again, the infantry can just take it, can't they? They can just suck that up from those buggies. And Masterleaf does defend out these few harvesters here, and the rest of the buggies coming back, just killing those units there really quickly. And again, there's only actually one rocket squad, 2 rocket squads there, so he could actually try to just kite these, and that's exactly what he's going to do. And the buggies, of course, will start ranking off these units, because remember, a buggy is $500. It's the cheapest vehicle in the game, basically. And they upgrade, they rank up quite quickly. Unleashed, though, just trying to push in. He's being a little bit too aggressive, I think. A little bit too aggressive, losing a few too many buggies now. More coming in, so he needs to just chill. He needs to chill a bit. There is a shredder turret here trying to stop Masterleaf from getting into this base. Should be enough to dispatch that. Few more bikes are here, and Unleashed is just all over the place, isn't he? He is all over the place, and he's actually going to kill these remaining units as well. That buggy may even rank up. Yes, it does rank up, so Masterleaf does put a second ref down. Interesting positioning. Must not have had close build radius, or maybe he was in a hurry. Not sure. There's actually a Cabal squad here just firing at these units. They do have flames, so they should be able to de-garrison it, but no, the building does not have enough health, so Masterleaf, of course, very slow-moving force, but of course his units are more powerful right now. He has double ref. Unleashed also has double ref. He has tier 2 down. I think he might just be going straight for tier 3. He still has buggy out. That one buggy getting cleaned up, but yeah, I think he expended a little bit too much. There's some more buggy coming in now, and they are just going straight through the front door. And Masterleaf is fine with this, I think. He's perfectly fine. He's just got heroic rocket squads as well. These buggies now coming in trying to kill these units. A few of the bikes make it through, but they're just firing at whatever they can. They're not really focus firing, and they will be doing more damage to Masterleaf's harvesters. Is he going to get another shot off? No, he does not get another shot off, but those harvesters are pretty badly damaged. The buggies do actually get out of there. They decide that they've done enough damage and they're going to just back off. Meanwhile, there's some units over here. Throws the hallucinogenic grenades, does not land a hit, unfortunately. but these Cabals will be chasing these units back, causing as much damage. Actually, looks like one of them was affected by the hallucinogenic grenades. They just took a while to show it, and Master Leaf's going to turn around and be able to kill these forces here. Now, there's only 2 Cabal squads there, basically. Actually, no, there's three Cabal squads, but most of them are just about dead. So Master Leaf is defending the blue tip. Looks like there might be a little bit missing. I'm not sure if someone has been picking at that or what. Master Leaf running across the green Tiberium there, which is not good for your health. Flame tanks coming out. He could actually just engage those guys with those flame tanks. I reckon he'll be fine. Battle marker down there. There are some bikes. No, it's one bike, sorry, from Unleashed. There's no more there. Master Leaf now has some bikes. Does he have a nuclear missile? No, it's obviously a fake. Just to let the flame tanks get in range. And oh man, that flame tank does get in. Again, flame tanks can be used against infantry in small numbers, but they're more of a specialist type unit that you use against buildings, and we'll just be killing most of these units here as well. I mean, the flame will just insta-kill them. Meanwhile, bikes are into this base. They should be able to get one harvest kill. Charge particle beam is done for Unleashed, and he will get one harvest kill, but the bikes have to get out of there, so they'll all be destroyed. The flame tanks do get destroyed. There is a second MCV out from Unleashed UA, so he's going to be spamming shredder turrets now. I reckon this is an appropriate response as well, because he's up against Master Leaf, who does not really have tech, I don't believe. And of course he can get a Redeemer out, and he's just going to start spamming out these shredder turrets. He's got charged particle beam, and that's really all he needs now to kill a vast majority of this infantry spam. That nuclear missile, surprisingly, is still there. Course of fate. Oh jeez, oh man, Master Leaf is like, I want to win ladder wars, and he puts the pain on Unleashed. He does have a Tib Chem plant of his own, and beam cannons coming out by Master Leaf as well. So he's going for beam inf, obviously as a strategy. The tech center appears to only be for the purpose of charged particle beam and his Tib Chem plant, which he has now just sold off. He does not even care about that anymore. The damage is done. A few units being destroyed there. Unleashed in a little bit of trouble, and he needs to get some refs down right now. He has the money for it. He has the Tib Chem plant as well, so I'm not sure if he's actually going to do anything. And yeah, Master Leaf is going to go for a Redeemer as well. Redeemer with beam cannons. Obviously, beam cannons are going to allow him to destroy units from a distance. He's going to siege. Unleashed base, and of course, Unleashed. Well, beam cannons have grenade type damage. They're really good against buildings, especially if you have a couple of them. So he's got up to 4 of them now, I believe. No, 5. There's 5 out on the field. Has some black hand there. Master Leaf pulling back with these bikes. Yeah, Unleashed is now in a little bit of trouble. He was looking pretty good, just like game number 1, but his late game, or his mid game, sorry, not as good as it probably needed to be. He does have a double ref down, and he places them really far apart from one another, so not wanting to risk that happening again. His second MCV is making a move at the middle field. Is he going for a Redeemer engineering facility? No, he has no structures queued. He's building one now. Could be for a Redeemer, but Master Leaf's Redeemer is about to come out, and he's got double NG ready for it, so no flame unit going into the Redeemer, which is unusual. And we have the charged particle beams here now. We'll be trying to do some damage to these bikes. They should be fine. The beam cannons are going to come in. They might just want to go straight for the MCV, but to be honest, I think he's going to drop down a lot more shredder turrets. And yeah, he will be firing at the MCV. The rest of the beam cannons, once they're in range. Oh, he sells. Oh man, Unleashed just sells. He's like, you know, screw that. I'm not even going to try to fight this. And he just gives it up. I thought maybe he could have at least delayed Master Leaf quite a bit there with building blocks and just Cabal drops and things like that. The engineer is going to make a run for it. And yeah, again, that base defense going down pretty quickly. But Unleashed he's kind of trapped now. He's trapped in this bottom right hand corner. He feels obliged to get a Redeemer engineering facility. It looks like some one clicks did come into play because there's a refinery missing. I doubt Master Leaf would have sold that. He's still got way too much economy here to want to sell that. 6 beam cannons just chilling. That's a very nice number for him. Really, you know, 6 is going to destroy most buildings, you know, extremely quickly. You don't really need to invest in too many more. But if you do lose some, you'll have to replace them. So I guess more is always better. But there's a point where you got to be like, hey, I need some other unit types as well. 6 is more than enough to absolutely smash any kind of building type that Unleashed is going to throw at me relatively quickly. Master Leaf now has his MCV at the middle field. Is it a second MCV? No, it's his first MCV. He does have EMP coils done as well, and he will be looking to push Unleashed now. Unleashed is in a little bit of trouble. Again, his Redeemer doesn't have flame on it, so it's not going to be particularly damaging, and it means it's very vulnerable to infantry. Unleashed can just engage with infantry if he likes, and he will be perfectly fine. His Redeemer is out. He's going to put probably one engineer. A flame unit is already inside. What is he building? He's building EMP buggy, so it's the EMP upgrade as well. Mirrored upgrades for these guys here. Of course, no flame units for Unleashed just yet. He might want to get that infantry upgrade because you might be forced into infantry here. Master Leaf is going to be happily mining on this base very shortly, but he has 2 MCVs and he's getting the blue tib. This is massive. This is massive. Unleashed is going to fall further behind now. Unleashed, wow, double ref just got dropped to the main field as well. Unleashed UA needs to do something. He needs to make a push. And to be honest, I don't know what he's got to push with. He's got a few EMP buggies and he's got his Redeemer. I don't even know where it is. It is making a move to the blue tip, so I mean, if he can stop, Master is mining this blue tip and he's actually getting it already. EMP coils do come down, they do knock out the rev temporarily, not quite getting the MCV there. But of course it is Black Hand Mirror, so no stealth harvesters, so Unleash should be able to stop this. The beam cannons are moving down. Master is going to need some EMP buggies though. He's going to need some EMP buggies. Let's see what he's going to do. Yeah, Master already pulling some of these harvesters, or I think that might just be going back to its original one. A nuclear missile is down. I believe that may be an actual real one. Rage Gen goes off, but beam cannons cannot shoot and move, so they will not be firing at one another. And they will be firing at the Redeemer. Now here come the EMP buggies. And oh, a tip vane goes off. A tip vane, I think that may hit the beam cannons there. He gets 3 beam cannons, and all the EMP buggies are down. The beam cannons are consolidating their beam, but it's only 3 versus a vehicle, which, again, the Redeemer has pretty good grenade resistance. He could just snipe the rest of these guys down, but I think he's just going to go straight for the flame on the MCV and try to destroy it. So Unleash making it happen. Bikes coming in now. And what are they shooting at? Wow, Unleash's Master Leaper's Redeemer is actually right there. I didn't even see that. EMP's down the what do you call it, the construction yard. But of course, Master Leaper has a nuclear missile, so he can actually just power it straight back up. He probably used Master Computer countermeasures here. But there is going to be an engagement here. Master Leaper does have a lot of EMP buggies, but he might just want to... Oh, he actually has Tib Core as well. That's nice. He needs to get the bikes away from this area, though. And he needs to start EMPing the Redeemer. And he's all over the place here. Unleashed is not consolidated at all. He's got bikes and buggies on all sides, and the Redeemer is over the wrong side now, so he's going to have to pull back. So yeah, really don't know how to commentate this kind of gameplay. Unleashed is getting a little bit fuzzled, I think, and he's actually moving through. So these, yeah, those are his units, so he can snipe down these units here. But the Redeemer will be making an escape. Meanwhile, Master Leap does secure the blue tip field, but he's not harvesting it, so Unleashed is going to be okay with that. He needs to do something though, because Master Leap is harvesting this field. Nuclear missile, of course, is down. He will be destroying most of this base. He could even get all the tech structures if he gets his Redeemer in range. The Redeemer forced to engage. All of those infantry just pile up. Oh man, all the flame on those infantry there. That was a lot of dead rocket squads, so Master Leap not paying too much attention to that. But it looks like, yeah, Unleash, if he moves forward now, he could actually destroy all this before too many infantry do build up. But looks like, oh, trying to steal a blue tip there from Unleash UA, not going to work. And Master Leap now will be moving forward with his Redeemer and his infantry, and he's even got actual Blackhand there, which are really hard to kill. And of course, 1 obelisk down, 2 shoe shredder turrets. He's going to need more than that though. Trying to build EMP buggies, as many as possible. But it looks like Unleashed UA will be moving into this base here. And yeah, he should be able to clean up the remainder of these infantry forces here. He's going to be able to flame down these obelisks. They will be trying to do a little bit of damage. He could just EMP them, and he does EMP the first one. He could even EMP the second one, but he needs to watch out. His buggies might be getting EMP'd as well. He does Rage Gen. He's got a veteran Redeemer, but he's trying to run now. He's got an elite bike there as well. There is going to be another engagement on the right-hand side. It's just the Redeemer out in front, just waiting to see what Unleash is going to do. But I think Unleash may be losing his Redeemer. He does lose the Redeemer. It goes down. Both his obelisks still stand, and he probably will lose one of them. Yeah, he sells the other one off. It's almost dead anyway. But these bikes will be getting destroyed, so that's not good for Unleash. Could not take out that base, which could have been important. Knocking Master Leap back down all the way to tier 1 would have been a great start. But he has got the EMP lockdown on this Redeemer, and Master Leap infantry force did split up to the north, and it now has to come back down here. And of course, Unleash can just put down shredder turrets now. He is continuing to EMP this force here now. He's got plenty of EMP buggies. Probably doesn't need to use them that frequently, but he should be fine. Master Leap just taking the time to destroy that spike first. Before coming in to finish off the Redeemer. The Redeemer looks like it's just about to try to rage, really. And I'm not sure, did it rage there? I was looking at that Seed Tiberium because that's so important. But Unleash is moving these EMP buggies around. He does get another EMP blast off, probably the most important one now. He's got another one there. He should be able to finish it off. Actually, he's got no obelisk left, so he really doesn't have much damage dealing against this Redeemer. He should be able to get another blast off there. He's getting rear armor damage on the Redeemer, but it's flame type weaponry. It's not doing a terrible amount of damage here. He needs to kill this Redeemer if he wants to stay alive in this game at least a little bit longer, and he should be able to get it. Oh, the repairs are kicking in for Unleashed. Sorry for Master Leap. He gets one more EMP, of course. No repairs while it's being EMP'd, and that was a good disposal with what Unleashed had. Unleashed had barely any units there, and he did a very good disposal of that Redeemer. Battle markers over here, no, it's just bikes getting picked off by an obelisk. But yeah, Master Leap is taking control of this game still. He just has too much tib. He's got the blue tib, not actually harvesting it though. He hasn't grabbed the spikes, which is unfortunate, but he has got the middle field. Tib Chemplan is back down. He's re-teched himself all the way back up. and he should be able to take down Unleashed, I think, pretty shortly. Unleashed is trying to get a Redeemer out. No, it's not a Redeemer, sorry. It is going to be Bikes. Does he have a Tech Center? No, he does not. Looks like he may have sold it off. There's a Black Hand squad there, which do come out of a sold-off Tech Center. And in about 2.5 minutes, that nuclear missile is going to come down. I don't even think Master Thief's going to need it, but if it gets to that point in the game, it will basically end this game. And unfortunately for Unleashed, I'm ready to call it, I think. I don't think there's much he can do against what Master Thief has now. Even some more beam cannons there. Trying to throw his hallucinogenic grenades, not going to work too well. Bias getting chewed up there. Master Thief is just closing it in. He's playing very, I think, he's very complacent right now. He's just like, doesn't want to throw it away. He wants to get rid of Unleashed, who is a very difficult opponent to defeat, just because Unleashed just plays crazy and he's not afraid of anything. You don't want Unleashed to get back into a game. You don't want to open the door for him, because he will not give up until the very end. He's one of those players who will continue to fight until he's absolutely dead, until there's absolutely no chance of victory. Does have a few tanks here, no, sorry, bikes here. He will be trying to snipe down the beam cannons. I think some of them might be decoys, actually, because I don't think they're doing any damage on most of those are doing damage now. Another Redeemer is out by Master Leaf. He will lose one more beam cannons, only 2 beam cannons remaining. Not going to do a terrible amount of damage. They do actually manage to snipe down that bike, which is good. But infantry forces over here. Master Leaf now on the left-hand side of Unleashed base. He's probably going to be looking to move in very shortly. I want to see how much cash he's got. He must have a fair bit of cash. So no, actually does not have a lot of cash, does he? So he needs to get a little bit more eco. He's probably has, yeah, he's got blue tib now. Look at all the war factories he's got down. He can't actually fund any of them. So maybe a little bit, maybe he thinks he's Bike Rush right now, but unfortunately only Bike Rush can build without any harvesters, because he's Bike Rush. And Master Thief is going to have to play with the tib he's got. But yeah, Unleashed UA, I think if he gets a Tech Center down there, he's not even building one, so he's just going to bike buggy this one out, see if he can make something happen. But yeah, he's going to need a lot of it if he wants to actually defeat what Master Thief has. He's got a flame unit in this Redeemer now, and he's got some units down here. They might be looking to move in. Here come the EMP buggies now, and they will be getting an Emp Blast off on the Redeemer. The beam cannons here trying to focus their beam down onto these buggies. There is a Purify there. Rage Gen goes off, which means he cannot use the EMP coils until the Rage stops working. And yeah, he's selling up now. That's going to be the end of the game. Unleashed UA is going to be going down 2-0 versus Master Leaf. So Master Leaf will be making it to the grand final. Just 10 seconds until that nuke, by the way. So that would have been good to see. Look at all the purifiers he's got as well. So really rolled him at the end of the game there. So 2-0 to Master Leaf there. So he will be going to the grand final to play either Wookibert or Filthy, Dirty, Disgusting Dutch. That game is coming up next, that game series, and I'm really looking forward to that game series as well. Wookie versus Dutch, I think, will be a cracker, but unfortunately Unleashed couldn't make it happen. Unleashed started off so well in those games, but it really fell apart to the mid to late game for him. So 20-minute game there, 130,000 to Unleashed, 172,000 to Master Leaf, so about 42,000 in favor of Master Leaf, which is significant in the time that game went. But Unleashed was actually ahead most of that game, and then of course just fell behind at the end. His double MCV did not work out the way he wanted to. I think it was that one click really getting both his refs and most of his harvesters just completely knocked him for 6. He was operating on minimalist economy, which is risky, and of course the one click with the 2 refs side by side really sealed the deal for Master Leaf. So well done to Master Leaf, does win that series there. Stay tuned to my channel, stay tuned to the video. We've got the next semi-final series, semi-final B, coming up right now. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Green Zero here with more Ladder Wars December 2014, 1.02 plus Ladder Wars, hell yeah. And this series here was not live casted by Cybet, so if you watch Cybet stream, you didn't see this game here, so you're going to want to see how this one goes. We have Wookibert, that's right, Wook Bert Bert, the best of the Berts. Oh no, didn't say that. Dirty Dutch, playing under one of his many accounts, because it's like, it's number one rule of Dutch is to play under a different name every time he logs in. So hard to keep track. But a Black Hand Mirror on Tournament Badlands here. We're going to jump straight into this one here. So this is semi-final B of the Ladder Wars. And if we jump to the right-hand side here, and I always do this, I forget to check the actual colors and the player status, but it's going to be Filthy, Dirty, Disgusting, Putrid Dutch, playing as the Cyan Black Hand on the right-hand side of Tournament Badlands. Of course, these maps are allowed, and anything that Game Replays considers ranked, you know, like they're not killing the game fast enough already, is allowed to be played. So we have got some more maps in this one here. But yeah, Wookibert is going to be the red Black Hand. Likes to play as red, that's his favorite color. I think Dutch likes red as well, but of course Wookibert hosted the game, so he got first dibs on color, and Dutch is going to have to play as Cyan here. So Cyan reminds me of Kimasabi so much, because he always plays as Cyan. Again, what can we say? You should really know this map. We've casted it a fair bit before. You got 2 safe spikes, relatively safe spikes here. I mean, the enemy can try to cut you off at this spike here, but this isn't going to happen because it's a black hand mirror. They know they're up against black hands. So there's really no point trying to engage each other. It is going to be 50-50. Maybe someone throws a hallucinogenic grenades and just to cause problems. And it looks like Wookieberg, oh, he screwed that up. He tried to change course there at the last second. Won't get any grenades off either. So Dutch wins that one very nicely. Again, Black Hand Mirror can't really afford to not scout your opponent. Wookieberg does have scouts out to the right-hand side here, or the northern side, should I say. Almost called him Unleashed. I'll probably call him Unleashed sometime within this series, but Dirty Dutch has scouts all along. I think he's sending these scouts down here just to check the bottom of the map, just to make sure nothing is happening. But he'll probably go, yeah, Wookieberg's already got a buggy out, and he sees the bike. And he's probably like, well, there's probably more bikes somewhere. It's a safe bet. He's going to try to get this buggy back to his base, because if it stays out here, we'll like, yeah, here comes 2 more bikes. He's going to have 3 bikes. He's got a Cabal squad there right at the front line. We'll be able to destroy or shoot them up a little bit. And 1 bike comes out by Wookieberg. He's going to be fine. He's got a bike, a buggy, and a Cabal squad. 2nd bike comes out now. To be honest, he could just stop building bikes and go for harvesters unless he wants to be aggressive here. 4th bike actually by Dutch. Dutch has a 4th bike in the mix, so I thought it was just a standard minimal 3 bike push, but he does have a 4th attack bike there turning around. He does have 3 and 2, no low power though. Wookieberg has 3 and 2. Wookieberg continuing to build bikes though, so he's like, hey, I know you've got bikes, I'm just going to build bikes as well, and I think I can beat you in an engagement. Where is Dutch going? We've got the Cabals up here from Wookieberg. Dutch, where are your bikes gone? I cannot see them on the mini-map. Are they back at home? Oh, they are back. They're just right there. Oh my god, I'm so blind. But he is going to send in these Cabals, and Wookieberg's like, hey, look, you've got this many harvesters, so those are your starting bikes for sure. So you brought them all the way home, which means Wookieberg's probably going to move out with his units. Yeah, they're not even here. I don't even know where they are. Here, they're already here. They're across the map. So he's got 4 bikes and a buggy. Dutch now, though, has the defender's advantage. He's got War Factory right there, and he's got more units. Wookieberg doesn't care. He goes in and he snipes. He gets 1 bike. He should be able to get a 2nd bike as well if he's careful. Yeah, buggy picks it off. Nice with there. 2 bikes. No bikes lost for Wookieberg, though. Doesn't even lose the buggy, so that's a nice pickup. But, I mean, it's very minimalistic at this point in the game. It's not going to count for too much. They didn't all in, so it's not one where every unit is important. You can expend some units here and there. 2nd War Factory down by Filthy Dutch. We got 4 and 2 here for Dutch as well. So he's not going for a 5th harvester. You think he might, I mean, you can do this on 4 harvesters. Preferably you want a 5th one. Maybe get something to leech that blue tip, which is always nice. Wookieberg has got more buggies. He's got a 2nd War Factory, but he did move his MCV before placing it down. He does have 5 harvesters as well. Oh, engagement here, engagement, and it looks like, yeah, it's going to be really hard to see what's going on, but Signum and Red does stand out a little bit. Wookieberg actually looks like he comes through that very nicely. I'm not sure if Dutch split his force up and he's got some somewhere else, but I thought he would have had more than that, and Wookieberg is turning around, so maybe he is a bit suspicious. There is a 2nd attack force somewhere. I can't see anything on the radar, but no, maybe he's just complacent. Maybe he's just like, hey, look, I did a lot of damage. Let's just retreat back a little bit to the rest of my forces here. It is Ladder Wars. It is a tournament. You can't blame people for not doing something ridiculously super duper risky. I mean, we're not watching Unleashed here. We've already seen him today, and he does clean up those scouts there. Spikes are still being held by their respective players. Scorpion Tank out by Wookieberg. Maybe he's starting to transition. Yeah, double ref down now. He might want to get another harvest there as well. Starting to clean up these scouts. Should be able to clean up this spike as well, unless he wants to take it for himself. Does drop that structure there. And no, he's going to take out the spike. It looks like Dirty Dutch has his force moving to the south. Does decide to turn around, so you really don't want to get caught out of position, especially on a map like this. It is harsh, especially because the 3rd or the 2nd expansion is going to be contested, although there's two blue tip fields on this map, which is very nice, especially if you can get both of those. Definitely comes into play. But Wookieberg still building Scorpion tanks, so this is what we generally see in a Black Ham area. If they start by buggy, one person at some point may decide to go Scorp tank, and that's the point where it triggers probably the other guy to go Scorp tank as well. Unless, oh yeah, Dutch has already done it. Very common strategy in this situation in a mirror matchup. Very nice, exciting, and tight matchup so far. I feel that Wookieberg has a slight edge. It's probably 55% in favor of Wookieberg, 45% in favor of Dutch. We can see he is swinging around up here, but there's a lot of Scorpion tanks there. He might be able to snipe one at this front, and Dutch is going to pull it back. Oh, he actually turns around. Oh, the rear armor does cost him a Scorp tank. And Wookieberg's just like, yeah, whatever, brah, killed your spike and, snipe down one Scorpion tank. Every tank counts, especially if you do that, a dozen times throughout the game. That's, 12 less tanks at a major engagement, which is going to be game-changing. But yeah, Dutch keeping the bike buggy here. This is important as well, keeping a hold of your bike buggy. So it's going into full-out Scorp spam mode. And if you've still got this fast attack force, that means you've still got an option for harassment. You've got your bulk forces, the Scorps, and you've also got something that the other player has to keep thinking about in the back of their mind. And there is going to be engagement here. A lot of tanks here, but Wookieberg is going to be microing back. The bike buggy are going to come in here to help Dutch assist. This is a pretty big engagement. Bike buggy are back here as well, and he's coming in behind Dutch's force. Wow, this is really risky here from Wookieberg. It is really risky. I'm not sure if it's going to pay off. It's actually paying off pretty good, getting the rear armor on these tanks as well. And it looks like Wookieberg will be pushing Dutch back in this engagement here. Even some rocket squads there as well. I can see some rockets. That's actually Dutch's rockets. So Wookieberg now pushing forward. I think he might be overstepping his margin. There's some infantry here from Dutch. Dutch is pulling back to his main base now, and he needs to get back to those war factories. The crucial repairs that he needs. 2 more Scorp tanks come out at the last second, so that's going to help him out. He needs to focus down these dead tanks or these red tanks really quickly, because again, even if it's got 1% health, it still does 100% of its damage. And Wookieberg is really pushing now, but he is getting cut off. His reinforcements are getting shot up by those infantry squads there, and I think rear armor. That's not good. He's going to try to go for harvesters, but he's exposing his rear armor, and Dutch gets quite a few tank kills there. That was important. That was very important for Dirty Dutch there, but he is still under attack. He just doesn't have enough to defend this area. Battle markers down here as well. Oh my god, he just got catalyst. That's game. I think Dutch might just sell it. He just got double catalyst. He lost both his refs. Really shouldn't be placing those right next to each other. Dutch is going to fight. No, he's doing a massive sell-off now. So I think game 1, wow, Wookieberg, and trust me, I know Wookieberg really does love this map. He loves Badlands. He's really good on it. I've played him quite a few times, and he loves to pick it, especially in tournaments. Yeah, it's one of his favorites. So if you're playing Wookieberg, try to steer clear of this map because he does love it. Dutch had to sell everything to get a refinery down, so I think it's safe to say Wookieberg is in a stellar position. He's going for an upgrade. I'm not sure what it is. It could be, it's actually taking a while. It might be Tib Core. I don't know why he'd be upgrading Tib Core. I'm going to just say it's the Charged Particle upgrade. He doesn't actually have Dozer Blades, and he is going to engage with the infantry here, but he's just going to go for the Crush move, and I think the Crush move will be good enough. Not really cost effective to do what he just did, but he's already so far ahead that just killing all these infantry now is going to give him probably the game here. Is he getting Dozer Blades? I don't even know where his center is. Yeah, he is getting it, but Dutch, again, he's got no units left. And Wookieberg, wow, that game was really tight for quite some time. And then that engagement broke out, and the one click just ended it. I mean, if it wasn't for the one click, Dutch might have been okay, but he just lost too many tanks. Sick positioning there from Wookieberg. Really good positioning, really good pushing, especially with the bike buggy coming behind Dutch's force. I was a bit questionable about that, but he had more tanks at the front, and the rear armor just broke Dutch. Dutch should have retreated back a little bit sooner. Again, it's really easy for me to tell Dutch what he needs to do, but yeah, definitely very tight, and Dutch getting defeated in a black hand mirror so convincingly at the end there. I mean, it was very tight, and then just Wookieberg just came through and just smashed him. So again, that was really good play there by Wookieberg. 8 minutes 10 seconds, very short, that one there. 73,000 to Wookieberg, 51,000 to Dirty Dutch. So again, you got about 20 grand in favor of Wookieberg, and in a game that short, it really pays off. You can see there, just from the start, Wookieberg just had more money, and he won a lot of the smaller engagements, and then yeah, at the end, he just pushed through Dutch's tank force. So well done there from Wookieberg. He's going to take game 1 in this best of 3 series. We're going to jump into game number 2 now. Wookieberg leads 1-0, so Dutch must win the next game to stay in this ladder wars. So stay tuned to this video, stay tuned to my channel. Game number 2 is coming right up.